Good morning, guys. We had ourselves a little surprise baby this morning. So we just brought him off pasture. His mother had him outside. We've got him and her in here. They're both doing great. It is a little bull calf. I cleaned out his pen this morning and gave him some nice fresh sawdust because it is on the chilly side this morning, and when we were bringing him back in the back of the truck, he was shivering a little bit. So I did make sure that he has some nice clean sawdust in there for him. I will take you guys up and show you Mom. The cows broke a board last night because they were excited about their green feed. And when they're excited, they get even more destructive than they usually are. So this is Mom. She is, oh boy, probably 6 or 7 now. I think that's her 5th calf. So she's probably pushing 7. She is a 3-titter. I feel like I said last time that we had a 3-titter. We don't have a bunch of 3-titters, I swear. We got her when she was like 6 months bred with her first calf. When she calved, she just never had this rear right quarter, and it never has come in. Usually when that happens, it can be for a bunch of reasons. They can just not have it. It can not develop right. Could be that another cow sucked on her when she was younger and that damaged it, or it could just be the way she is. But she is a fantastic milker. I swear those other 3/4 make up for it. Even with no grain, after she calves, she's about a 65-pound milker. So for a cross cow, she is one of our best. And I just think she's an absolutely beautiful color. In the sunshine, you can tell more. She's got like these black stripes running underneath her deep red color, and then she's got her white patches, and I just always thought she was an absolutely beautiful cow. Also, she's got some weird markings. I don't know why, but I think this looks like an S, T, and then a dot. So like Saint, and we live in St. Albans, so I just thought that was kind of weird. I always like finding unusual markings on cows. Her name is Peaches, by the way, if I didn't say that. So yeah, I don't think we have to do some haying today, so I might take you guys along for that. It's actually Sunday right now. Tomorrow we will be doing a lot more. Cattle dealer is coming for one of our cows. I'll take you up and show you her. She's a little Jersey, and she is really old. I honestly don't know how old she is, but she's been here. Sorry for the interruption. We had to start milking. We're just about done now, so it's about an hour and a half later. We've got a couple more cows to milk out, and then we're gonna milk Mom here, who is trying to clean. Probably when I put the machine on her and take a little bit out, which I am gonna do. We have a bucket milker, but I don't really want to drag that out and use it just for her because she's standing in the perfect spot in the barn to catch all of her milk if we milk her through the pipeline. So what we'll do is we'll take the machines off all the cows that are going into the tank, and then we will suck air through the pipeline to get all their milk into the tank, and then we'll take the pipe out of the tank and we'll put the machine on her, milk her, and put it into a 5-gallon pail for the calf. So we're only going to take enough out of her to feed him this morning, and then we'll leave her be. She is currently cleaning. I won't show you guys because usually if I do that I get in trouble with YouTube for graphic content, so just imagine her cleaning. How's it going? Good. You are done, aren't you? Back quarter got a little left in it. What's that?
Cleaning now.
Yep, she is. Anyway, so we'll be back in a minute when I put the machine on her, and then I'll go show you guys the cow that I was telling you that we have to get rid of, and the backstory of her and why we need to get rid of her tomorrow. Brent just went into the milk room to change everything over so that we can milk her. He washed her before, and that's what I was starting to say. When you wash them or strip them out a little bit, just take a little bit of milk out of them, milk them out a little bit, that generally causes them to actually clean. And if you're not familiar with farming, I should explain that when we talk about cleaning or cow cleaning, it just means that they push out all of the afterbirth. So she did actually finally do that, but when you milk them or strip them out or wash them, what it does is it actually triggers their hormones and something in their brain to release oxytocin, I believe, which is like a letdown effect. They let their milk down, and they also can clean when that happens. I'm not like 100% sure if it's oxytocin, so don't like quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And she did clean. She just finished cleaning. She cleaned right underneath herself, so there was a big pile of it right here, so I hoed it into the gutter. When they are going to clean in the barn, you have to pay really close attention because afterbirth is the slipperiest stuff on earth. And funny story, the last time a cow calved, she did the same thing, and I was hoeing it out, and me and Brent were talking about how slippery it is, and I accidentally stepped on the edge of it because I didn't see that there was some in the walkway, and I stepped on it and slipped and fell. So that was kind of funny. But he just came out and said it's okay to put it on her, so I'm gonna do that. And I will show you guys. We have a plug, but we can't find it. And since she's got 3/4, we would usually take the one that is gone, so it would be this one on her, and you put a plug in it and then just fold it over. But I can't find the plug, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it on her other quarters, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna twist it sideways and lay it on top of all the other ones. You probably can't even hear me because all the cows are mooing because they're angry because I haven't given them their cornmeal yet. So we're just gonna pull that down a little bit so it's not pulling up so much on the back one. But yeah, you can see that's the quarter that's gone, so I've just folded it over and laid it on the other ones, and that will work as well. So Brent is going to come right back out and take it off of her because we don't want to take too much out of her. And I'm going to go around with their cornmeal before they go all mutiny on me. Okay, cows are fed. Now the calves aren't happy because I haven't fed them yet either. I apologize, guys. I am a mess this morning. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I actually, when I went to go around with the cornmeal, I couldn't find my scoop that I usually use to feed the cows with. I couldn't find it anywhere where I usually keep it. Come to find out, I had actually buried it in the cart underneath the cornmeal. So I had to use a different scoop, and then while I was feeding the cows, I kept hitting something under the cornmeal, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Duh, it was the scoop. I do not know what's wrong with this morning. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. So I'm gonna go in with their cornmeal and feed the oldest baby, and then the younger one will stay over here, and I'll give her her bottle of milk. Back up, girls. Come on. Back up. Okay. That didn't really work as planned. The oldest one's back over here too. You don't need milk anymore, honey. Look how pudgy you are. Nope, you don't need it. You'll be sucking on my hand. I'll let you suck on anything. You need to get over that. Nope. Try not to let them suck on anything after I wean them off, because if they get into that habit, they may possibly start sucking on the other cows. Back over there. Leave me alone. Peace at last, huh? Oh, by the way, we had to take out this automatic water because it started leaking. So we put in this this empty Crystal X tub, and we have a hose over there that we just fill it up with. It's not a big deal when they're young like this to just fill it up. I have to fill it like maybe once every 3 days, maybe 4 days. I mean, we don't even have to clean them out that often. The last time you guys saw us clean them out would have been the last time they've been cleaned out, and I think that's probably going on a couple weeks, and they're still perfectly clean. So while I remember, I'm going to show you guys that cow that we're going to be getting rid of. Shut that off for now so you can hear me. We need to clean up this because there's a lot of sticks in here, so we need to push that out today. But this is the lady right here that's going to be going. This is number 29. She's just never really had a name because she's honestly one of the more standoffish cows, so we've always just called her 29. She has been here since I started part-time, which would have been about 12 years ago. So even if that had been her first calf, which I don't think it was, but if it had been her first calf, then she has to be at least 14. So she's 14 plus years old. I think she's a purebred Jersey. I'm not 100% sure. The reason we're getting rid of her is because she calved about 1.5 years ago, and she's been with 2 bulls that are both proven to have calves, and she is not bred. She came into heat the other day. Since she calved 1.5 years ago, she is not giving any milk anymore. And since she's not bred, even if she does get bred now, which is highly unlikely if she hasn't gotten bred in the last 16 or 17 heats, then she's probably not going to get bred now. So I'm going to be sending her with the cattle dealer tomorrow, and then I don't think we're going to be sending the calf that was just born. So we're going to keep him until next Monday, I think. Now I have to go get the new calf's milk ready. I got to wash the bottle, put the colostrum in it, heat it up. The girls will probably be done eating by then, and then we can get them outside. I got to finish up the wash in the milk room. So much stuff. I will catch up with you guys when we get out on the tractor. All right, so we just finished barn chores. I think I might have told you guys wrong and said we were gonna be mowing. We're actually gonna be baling. So Brent raked up some of what I mowed, oh boy, like 2 or 3 days ago. You can see, maybe you can't, but the International is over there. What happened was I ran out of fuel, and I swear there's a strip like from me to the Massey, and that's it. That's all I didn't finish. It started running out of fuel and I shut it off before it completely ran out, because it is not hard to get going, but it does sputter quite a while if you run it out completely and then you try to start it again. So I shut it down, as much as it pained me, because there was just a tiny little bit left to do. The reason it ran out of fuel is because we were gonna have a fuel delivery, but then they ended up not being able to do it until later in the week. We ran out of fuel, so we put everything into the International that we had left, which was about 8 gallons, and it was empty. So 8 gallons did a decent sized field that I finished, and then I came over here and did all of this, and then ran out on the very last bit. So it's not too bad on fuel, considering it's a 125 horse tractor. But yeah, it really just irked me that I couldn't finish that last bit. It is really nice out. It's a little bit cool for a t-shirt, so I did bring a sweatshirt. But I already plugged the baler in. We're gonna start that up. I just have to bale what little he raked. He's got like 1 row, I think, that he raked up for us to do some green feed. It's supposed to be nice for a couple days, so we'll get this finished in the next couple of days and bale it all up. We just don't like to do too much ahead with the green feed, because obviously it's pretty wet, and if you bale it up and it sits too long, it gets really hot and then it turns fast. The cows don't like it. And also it can be a little bit of a hazard when you're unrolling it in the barn and it's that hot. I'm gonna let the Massey idle for a minute. Put my sweatshirt on because I am a little bit cool. It's supposed to be 65 today. Back here. That is really strange, because I did not do that, and I just used it last night. It's weird. I don't know about that, but I keep having this random thought where like maybe the monitor's just gonna start working again. So far it hasn't been true. it didn't cut the net. Can't reach you guys. It didn't cut the net again, which I'm not surprised. It can't really hang on to it anymore because too much of that cardboard roll is gone. And what we think is happening, you can see right there, it barely can hang on to it. So what happens is it doesn't have enough pressure against it, so the brake can't actually stop the roll from just free rolling. So when it cuts it, it has no tension against it, and it just keeps letting it go. I gotta lock that tailgate up, hold on. There we go. Okay, so what we think is happening is that when we switched, I went back in a video and everything to see when we actually switched, and I had mentioned that it was a completely different one that we'd never tried before. It's the same brand, but it's a different version of that brand. The stuff that we used to get was called the Premium, and the stuff that we switched to, this stuff, is called Crossflex, and they look very different. The one that we originally went with is like, it's green, white, how's that go? It's like green on one side, white on the other, and then it has like 3 stripes of green in it or something like that. This one is all green, and we've never used this before. It's called Crossflex, like I said, and I don't want to say anything bad about any brands because I don't know 100% for sure. But the stuff that we've been getting before was great. Loved it. My favorite stuff. Would get it over and over again. This stuff, I think that something is wrong with the cardboard tube that goes inside the actual net roll, because we never had trouble until we switched to this, and now we cannot keep one of those cardboard rolls from just crushing into itself. And I think that's why it's bouncing like it is, because it's loose. As the net is running and the baler is turning, it's just compressing that tube. When we went back, they said it was possible we could have gotten a faulty one, so they gave us a new one, and this one is exactly the same, but it did come off the same pallet of rolls as the last one. So I think that either they're using a different kind of cardboard for those internal rolls, or maybe they're using a different kind of cardboard for every roll, I don't know. Or something happened, it got wet, and the cardboard got like compromised in some way, I don't know. But we think that's what's happening, so we're gonna switch brands, or we're gonna go back to the one we were getting before when we weren't having trouble. We're gonna do one of those two things. We'll get to try it out next spring before we're using the baler too much, see if that's really what's wrong, because we've talked to everybody who knows anything about Vermeer, and they've never heard of having troubles with the net rolling system as far as like just the mechanics of it. Yes, sometimes the electronics that go to the net roll are troublesome, but this has nothing to do with electronics. It's just the actual turning of the system that rolls the net on. So we don't think that's actually what's wrong. Of course, we obviously don't know, but we think that it's just the net wrap. Like I said, I don't know. Time will tell. Unlock that tailgate. How you do that is there's just this red lever on the side. If it's like it is now, that means it's open for the hydraulics, and if you turn it, that locks the tailgate hydraulics up, so you can be under it and not, get crushed. Because that would be bad. So usually when it does that, I just roll it up, and then I stick it underneath the side of the other wrap, like that. It really sucks, because what should take me like 10 minutes to bale, it takes me like a half hour. I gotta walk back over and get my other camera anyway, so I'm just gonna walk to my truck. I'll leave this here. So yeah, it's kind of annoying to bale like this, but since it's the end of the season, it's not a big deal. We're gonna get a new roll, a different roll, and see. I'm pretty sure that's gonna solve both the cutting and the net rolling problem. Then when the only problem we have to deal with is the monitor, and honestly, I've baled with it enough so I know mostly what's happening. If something goes wrong, I won't know exactly what it's trying to tell me is wrong, but you have to get out and look at the baler anyways. We're pretty sure we can't even find another monitor. If you try to look for a replacement monitor for that, it's pretty much impossible to find, or it is impossible. We haven't found one yet, and I've looked for years. We've always kind of had trouble with that. We'll get it straightened out, I'm sure. It's just a matter of trial and error. show you guys the one rock in this field. There's a lot of gopher holes. It's like a minefield for gopher holes over there, which isn't too bad with the International because it rides good, but with the Kubota it's horrible because it rides terrible. That's the one rock that we have in here. It's a big piece of granite. It's pretty easy to see. No grass grows around it, so you can just lift the mower up over it. You can see right there where I lifted over it. I have hit it before, but it generally doesn't cause a problem. I wanted to show you guys the little grass that I missed when I ran out of fuel, which they did deliver fuel, by the way, so I can go back and fill it up now, which is good because the Massey needs fuel too. But this is what the field looked like. Not like great, especially considering it was our second crop, but it did grow back pretty good once we finally started getting rain. So I was just into this last strip here, and then I would have had probably one more after that, and it's just a short little section, and that was it. Made me mad. Really is a nice day for a walk. By the way, this shirt was given to me by one of you watching. Don't really know who. It didn't say. It just said the company that it came from. So if you sent this, thank you so much. I love it. I wish I could tell you guys where you could get some of these, but I honestly don't know, and it's super comfy. Somebody's shooting. Hopefully not at me. It is hunting season, but I'm pretty sure it's bow hunting season. Can you hunt ducks at the same time? Maybe it's duck hunting season too. I don't know. I don't hunt. I'm gonna head home and have some relaxing time, and then I have to be back here at 4 to milk again, of course. And I will catch up with you guys tomorrow because we have lots of plans for tomorrow. I just spent 5 minutes talking to the camera and it wasn't even on. For what you missed, good morning. It's 2 days later. It's raining. It wasn't supposed to rain. They said it was supposed to be cloudy, and then they changed it and said it's supposed to rain like all week. So we're about halfway through milking. Brent just went out into the pasture because one of our cows is getting ready to calve, is missing, so he's going out to check on her. If she's already calved, he's just going to leave her out in the pasture, and we'll go get her and the calf after milking. If she hasn't calved, he's going to bring her up into the freestall so she can calve in the freestall because, like I said, it is raining. I wanted to show you this cow real quick. Look at that udder. She's been milking now for about probably 4 or 5 minutes, but she still is giving a lot of milk. So, yeah. I'm starting to get a little worried. It's been about 10 minutes and he hasn't come back yet, and I don't see him anywhere out in the pasture, so best case scenario, he can't find her. Worst case scenario, something is wrong. So I hope he's just having trouble finding her, but I don't know. It is much later. Brent finally found that cow. She's fine. She hasn't calved yet. We actually left her in the barn since we're going to be hanging around all day. We just left her in the tie stall, and we're keeping an eye on her. I'm not sure if she's going to calve today, but she probably is, considering he found her way down in the woods, and that's usually where they go to have their calves. So we just left her inside so she can relax and have some nice green feed. We have to clean off this pad. It is a horrible mess. It always gets like this when it's been raining, so it's a good time to clean it off. The girls are outside laying on pasture, kind of relaxing. You can see how much the pasture has grown back. It's super green now, and it's just amazing how fast that changed. Also, look how beautiful it is down by the lake. Look at that. So pretty. So Brent just fueled up the skid steer, and he's coming out here, and I'm going to give him a minute to just push up. I put this wire across, so he's going to take these feeders, and he's just going to move them out of the way, probably put them over here. He usually does. And then he's going to push up, and he's going to push it into my bucket. I don't think there's a terrible lot of hay, but there will be some, so I'll be putting this in the corner of the pit to break down. I'm going to open this gate right now so I can just drive right out here with the Kubota instead of getting off. There we go. Got this little rock back here that it sits up over, so it doesn't swing back. Ellie, that black cow right there, she's probably gonna come up. I'll take you guys in and show you the expecting mama before we get going. So I haven't hoed out the barn yet. It's another thing I gotta do. She is starting to calve, I would say. So there she is. She's a Holstein Jersey cross. Has all 4 quarters. Not 100% sure how old she is. We've had her for quite a while. I know, honey. We got her as a cow. Yes. Not very comfortable, huh? So she is getting ready to calve. I gave her lots of clean sawdust, but apparently she's moved most of that. I did put some udder balm on her. It kind of lubricates them up so their foot will slip right off if they step on one. And it does really help keep them from stepping on a tee and cutting it. I also gave her some second crop feed, which she's not really eating because she's not comfortable, and her water bowl is working. How'd your face get so dirty anyway? I don't know. So we'll come check on you in a few minutes. Update, they broke my wire. Thank goodness. None of them is smart enough to see the gate. All right, so today, not the day to do this. They're not gonna leave us alone. So because the cows are being jerks, ooh, I'm tired from running. We're going to clean out the freestall. Instead, you guys suck. I was trying to give you a nice clean pad. We could always take that middle gate and pull it over so they couldn't get up here, but we'd have to kick them all off and that wouldn't be easy. So we might as well just let them stay out there. We'll do it tomorrow. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still out of breath. Keep it real, keep farming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.